Newsy news. Newsy news. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, you beautiful YouTube Tarkovians. My name is OnePeg, and this is another Escape from Tarkov news video. This time we're talking about a new rogue event. Now, I know what you're thinking. Rogues, events, it's another weekend with BSG. Of course, there's going to be something going on, right? Well, so there was this video on Twitter. Now, there's actually a really interesting piece of lore here. What the first note says is that the Scav called Rigi has the mobile phone. Get to him before he sells it to the rogues, saying that he intends to sell it to the rogues and you need to cut him off. The phone has all of this information on it about the raiders that he wants to sell to rogues, pictures, all kinds of other things. It was signed Chepushila. So it turns out that Rigi had been writing these notes, these letters to Chepushila all along, telling him about what he was planning to do, as if Chepushila, the idiot, was his friend and letting him in on all of these plans. And Chepushila was a mole, basically feeding information back to his buddies over on the Raiders side. Now, Rigi seems like he's just an opportunistic, entrepreneurial kind of guy trying to make a buck. Chepushila seems as though he's a Raider informant. The response note that was written was from a Raider writing, "Roger that, moving out." And then they hear some radio chatter saying that somebody's here, they've spotted us, and then they start running. Now, the last known location for Rigi is Lighthouse. That's what he wrote. He was looking around Lighthouse trying to find Lightkeeper and feeding information back to Chepushila about all of this other information. Now, the last known location for Rigi when he wrote was saying that he was on Lighthouse. Remember, there was radio chatter and other interceptions that we've been getting over time showing that raiders and rogues and stuff were trying to break into certain places and find Rigi and this phone that he's got. But Rigi so far has eluded people. He told Chepushila that he was on Lighthouse, which is where he still is, I guess. So now the raiders appear to be pursuing him on Lighthouse, and we have raiders on Lighthouse now. So based on what I have seen so far, and it's only been a couple of hours, but based on what I've seen so far is there's anywhere between maybe a third to about half of the time, depending on where on the map they're spawning. They spawn just about everywhere that scavs spawn, with the exception of the rail yard. I haven't seen any information of them spawning in the rail yard, but they do seem to spawn in the sunken village down in the swampy area, the broken down village, the village proper up on the hill, the chalets, the road, the broken down leaning over scav house over on the beach. You name it, basically everywhere that scavs would normally spawn outside of the rail yard. However, it also does appear that this change has modified rogue spawns a bit. See, on the ground inside of the water treatment plant, there are two roaming squads, one squad of 3 and one squad of 4. There's one roaming squad of 3 around the helicopter and one roaming squad of 4 at building 2, the one in the middle, way in the back. The helicopter spawns were never 100%. They were like maybe 3/4 of the time, 75%, let's say. It seems that that has been reduced now. I'm not sure exactly how much, but it seems like it's maybe about 50-50 now. It does appear that they're spawning less. Also in building 2, that has always been a 100% spawn. There's always been 4 guards that were always walking around on the map. Now, there are times when they are not spawning. So I'm not sure by how much that has been reduced by, but at least for the duration of this Raider event, they are not there 100% of the time. There are times when they are not showing up at all. So those spawns have been reduced. It seems as the roof rogues and the ones in the gun turrets and stuff are obviously still there, but there is an opportunity or chance that the ground crews may not be on the map at all. All right, guys, that's what I have for this video. Please consider giving me a follow on Twitch at twitch.tv/onepeg. Please consider subbing me here if you would be so kind. Please follow me on my socials at onepegmg on Twitter, or give me a shout on Discord at discord.gg/onepeg. Thanks so much. Peace.